Well, welcome to Slow Flow practice tonight. As I said in the note, we're going to do some nice slow stretches to begin. As always, we're going to rev up a little bit in the middle, give us a little bit of a slow vinyasa, and then we'll take it back down. So a little bit of effort and a little bit of ease on either side. Always my favorite kind of practice. So to begin, we're actually going to start on our backs, and I would like to suggest that, as I said, if you had a bolster that you could bring, you can bring your bolster into play. We're not going to go full restorative, but I just feel like, since I know you guys both have bolsters, this is a nice way to start, because we're going to start to open the psoas through a restorative or a supported bridge pose. Not really full restorative, but supported. So let's bring that bolster, I'm assuming you both have one available. If not, you can use a block, you can use a blanket that is stacked. And we're going to bring that right underneath the sacrum. Check my notes real quick. All right, so we're going to lay all the way back and bring the shoulders and upper body down all the way on the mat. All right, so make sure that your hips feel at ease. If it feels okay to have both legs extended, feel free to do so. Honestly, for me, I tend to like to do one leg at a time. It takes a little bit of strain off of my lower back. It's just not always the most comfortable for me. But if it doesn't bother you at all, then you can go ahead and just bring both legs extended down the mat. We're eventually going to stretch out both sides. So this psoas release supported bridge pose is a wonderful counter for anyone who's been sitting a lot during the day. I know, Mary Jo, you've been traveling, whether you're on a plane or in a car, or even just sitting in a chair for your work. When the body is in a sitting position, your hip flexors are very contracted. They're crunched up. You're sitting at a 90-degree angle. And that's where we start to build a lot of tension because they get foreshortened. And a lot of tension builds up in the pelvic region, in the hips, and in the lower back. So this is a really nice reset for that whole area, and great for our working on some standing poses later on as well. So I'm going to stop jabbering so much and talking and just take a moment here to just settle into this pose. Feel the weight of your body start to drip down toward the mat. And whatever else was going on in your world this afternoon, you can just take a step back. Let it fade away as if it's a dream you've woken up from and you can't quite focus on anymore, because it really isn't important in this hour. Feel your body. Start to inhabit your body. And inhabit your body by inhabiting your breath. Notice the cadence of your breath. Awareness each intake, oxygen, fresh energy into the body. Imagine that energy being pushed into every single cell, offering space and nourishment. Each time you exhale, release anything that you're holding that may be related to tension or anxiety. Chose to have one leg extended, go ahead and switch sides. Extend the other leg and bring the first one into a bent knee position. See if you can open up your throat. Smooth out the passageway. With whatever is in your heart. As you're laying here, you can feel those hip flexors starting to release. The tension melting away as it travels up and down the psoas. Soften your body a little bit more. And go ahead and slide both feet up so that your knees are bent. We're going to press down into the soles of the feet and go ahead and whatever support you were using under the hips, just slide that out from underneath. Slowly let the lower back descend and make contact with the mat. Take a nice full breath here, maybe pressing down ever so slightly with the lower back. Letting it come back into a neutral position. And then on your next breath in, bring the hands to either side of the hips. Take a pelvic tilt and lift the tailbone and pubic bone up to the ceiling. Exhale and let it release. Inhale, press the pubic bone up, take that pelvic tilt. Go ahead and lift the hips up off of the mat. Create some space between the glutes and your mat. Feel your glutes engage, inner thighs reaching toward each other, and press your knees toward the front of your mat. One more breath here, feeling that glute engagement. Hello. And then exhale, release everything down. Time, press up for bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Lift those hips maybe a little bit higher this time. And if you like, you can bring your hands underneath the hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, interlace your fingers, and feel your heart get a little lift as well. Nice strong bridge here. Good infrastructure for the body, so to speak. And then release the hands, release the hips down, and the lower back comes into relaxed position. Let's bring both knees into the chest. Hug your knees into the chest. And rock back and forth a little bit. Put one hand on top of each knee and just create some small circles with the knees, massaging that sacrum. Circle the knees around the other way. Just do whatever feels good here to get come on up to a seated position. Aw, I have a little hummingbird right outside my window. They're so sweet. Come on into a seated position with legs down the mat. Take the flesh and remove it from the sitting bones, just pulling it slightly out so you can feel the sits bones pressing down. And then once you've made that connection with the root of your spine, draw the energy up the spine. Feel it come up and out the crown of the head as if your spine is a strand of pearls and you're pulling that string to open up space. Take a nice inhalation, exhale, let the shoulders relax. We're going to inhale next and bring the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hinge forward, come forward with a flat back. Arms are going to reach forward only so far as you can keep your back flat and lift the heart toward your feet. So we're not trying to drop the head down and round and see how low we can go. We're seeing how far forward we can come. And here you're going to feel that little stretch behind the knees. Your feet are flexed, therefore you feel that stretch all the way down in the Achilles. Take a nice breath here. Connect to the root feeling of grounding through the entire length of your legs. And then come on back up. All right, take the left leg and let's bring the left foot into the inner right thigh. Keep your grounding position. Lift the arms up and over. Exhale, forward fold. Again, reaching the heart forward as if your heart is trying to reach your toes. Nice breath in. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, come on up. Take your left hand and you're going to reach forward to the outside of your right shin, your ankle, maybe the outside of your foot. Right arm comes into a T off the shoulder and then comes backward behind the body. So you're reaching forward and back in opposition. Your right thumb is up. And if it feels appropriate, you can look over the right shoulder toward your hand. If that's too intense or hurts your neck, just keep that neck in a nice, neutral, pain-free position. Breathe here. Feel the stretch along the IT band on the right side. Bring the right hand back and down. Extend both legs down, both arms up. Exhale and fold. Slide the hands back. Right foot placed in the inner left thigh. Both arms reach up overhead. Inhale, reach up out of your armpits and then hinge forward and fold. Feel the sensations occurring in your body. Take the time to feel, to explore. Breathe with whatever arises. Inhale, come on up. This time we're going to take the right hand, reach toward the outside of the left shin, ankle, maybe the foot. Left arm comes into a T, and then you can bring that left arm back to the extent that it comes behind the body. Stretch and reach both directions equally. Only turn your head so far as it's comfortable for your neck. One more breath. And then bring the left arm back around. One more time, extend both legs down. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale and fold. You may may be able to fold a little more deeply this time since we've opened up some of those areas of the body. Inhale, come on up. We're going to bring both feet up around. We're going to come to Hero's Pose. If Hero's Pose isn't accessible, particularly for your body, to bring your seat all the way down, always feel free to bring a block underneath. So that is your modification for Hero. Either way, sitting on the block or down in between your feet, lift up, lift your chest, and then bring your hands back around. We're going to bring them back behind the feet so the palms are reaching down, and then slowly see if we can come back on those hands just enough to help prop up the front part of the body and lift the heart. So I'm not trying to go all the way down, just feeling that stretch in the thoracic spine all across the pectoralis. Open the collarbones. Breathe and gaze up toward the ceiling, not straight up, but just forward. All right, release that. Bring your hands forward, down. Come into tabletop position and go directly into a cat stretch. So drop the head down. Press the back of the heart up. Shoulder blades sliding outward and down. From this cat stretch, come back to a neutral spine and walk your hands backward. We're going to come into a kneeling position, but just for a moment. So if you need to bring a blanket underneath, feel free to do so. We'll only be here momentarily. From this kneeling position, we're going to come into a little baby camel. So roll each shoulder back. Fingers are reaching down. Really see if you can get that energy flowing from the fingers down toward the earth. Inhale, lift the heart, squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back. Gaze slightly up. 3 breaths here. So I call this baby camel because we're not trying to go all the way back and touch the feet. But we are really opening that front part of the chest in a nice, gentle manner. 1 more breath. All right. Round the back. Bring the arms forward. Bring them back down to the mat and press up into a cat stretch. Let that head just hang down. Press up through the back of the spine, nice and tall. And then inhale to a neutral spine. From here, plant both hands down on the mat. Press into the thumb-index connection. Curl your toes, and we're going to press back to Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. As we come into this first down dog, if your legs still need a little bit of gentleness, then keep those knees soft. You don't have to stretch or straighten your legs. Go ahead and lift your heels up nice and high and press the sits bones way up toward the ceiling. Get a beautiful stretch all the way through the length of the spine. Inhale, nice and deep. And then exhale through the mouth, cleansing breath. Again, inhale. Exhale fully. One more time, 3 times a chime. And out. All right, from this downward facing dog, roll forward and come into a nice strong plank. Your heart is positioned between your hands. Your gaze is slightly forward, crown is stretching forward. Draw the navel up toward the spine so that supports the back. Stay strong in this plank position. 1 more breath. And then go ahead and drop the knees. Exhale, press back, extended child. Inhale, rock forward to table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go through that little motion a couple more times with a little more, a little speedier. So inhale, rock, come on forward to your plank. Exhale, knees down, press back, extended child. Inhale, come forward to table. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees down, press back, extended child. This time we're going to rock forward on the inhalation, and exhale, come all the way down, lower the belly all the way down to the mat in prone position. Hands are pressing down under the shoulder. Press down through your pubic bone and use that core strength to lift the front part of the body, a little baby cobra. Exhale, bring the body down. We're going to stretch the right arm out, bring it out in front of the mat. You're going to roll to your right side, cradle your head in your right hand. Left hand is still supporting you down on the mat. Doing some leg lifts here, we're going to engage the glutes. So inhale, lift the left leg up, point the toe. Exhale, flex the foot and bring it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, flex and lower. Inhale, lift and point. Exhale, flex and lower. One more time. Use your glutes. See if you can use those muscles by going slow to really control. Bring everything back down. Roll over to your belly once again. Hands come on either side. Inhale, come up to that little cobra. Exhale, release down. Same thing on the other side. We're going to roll to the left. So cradle your head in your left hand. Roll to your left side. Inhale, point the right toes, lift that leg up. Exhale, flex and bring it down. The trick to this is to stay nice and controlled. So inhale, point and lift. Exhale, lower and release. Go as slow as you need to control the motion. It doesn't matter how many of these we do. It's about understanding the control of the muscles and feeling the strength. So let's go ahead and do maybe one more. Point and lift, flex and lower. Roll back over to the belly. Looks like we're about to get a big storm here right at my house. So hopefully I won't lose my power like you did, Mary Jo. Come back to the belly, press down through the hands, lift up. If you ever lose me halfway, release down, you'll know that that's what happened. So apologies in advance. Inhale, this time we're going to press back to downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk up the mat. Just tiptoe up to the front of your mat using blocks if you need to or want to bring the mat up to you. Let the head hang down. Inhale, come to a flat back. Ardha Uttanasana, find that length through the spine. Exhale, hands come down, forward fold. Inhale, this time come all the way up. Arms are going to reach overhead. Nice long stretch at the top of that inhalation. Exhale, slight back bend, open the heart and chest. Inhale, upward facing hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. We're going to move through a little sun salutation now. So some motion, but we'll take it slow. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, we're going to lower the body. You can either drop the knees or come down in a full chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, come up to a cobra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up for a split leg dog. Bring that right leg through to the front of the mat. Frame your front right foot with your hands. Come into low runner's lunge. Drop the heel of the left foot. Stay dipped into the front right knee. Engage your core. Lift up, warrior one. Arms reach up. Pause here. Check your own alignment. Check how this pose feels in your body. Breathe. Make any adjustments you need. And then exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Slide the right leg back, step back to plank. Once again, lower the body down your way. I'm going to drop my knees this time, so feel free to do that. Lower all the way down. On your inhale, lift up to your back bend in your cobra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, use that breath, press up to your plank, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, split leg dog. We're going to sweep it up to the front for our lunge, so left foot comes forward. You're going to drop the heel of the right foot. That foot is at a 45-degree angle. Preparing for warrior one on the other side. Use that core strength. Harness all of that energy and draw it up toward the sky. Again, stay here. Marinate in this pose for just a moment. Feel the strength. Awareness of that back leg as your support. Core is engaged. And then exhale, hands come down to the mat. Left foot presses back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. One more time, lowering the body. Chaturanga or half your way, all the way down. Deep inhale as you come up. Lift that heart, cobra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward. Come up to the front of the mat. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, press all the way up. We're deep into the vinyasa portion of this class. Exhale, hands by your side. Take a breath here in mountain pose. Feel the strength of your body and its connection to the earth. All right, so from here, we are going to, once again, lift the arms up. We're going to exhale, forward fold. You're going to step back, downward facing dog. From our down dog, we're going to take our left foot forward, but not all the way up to the front of the mat. We're going to bring that left foot halfway up the mat. So it's about a foot behind your left hand. Toes are pointing to the left off the side of the mat. You're going to come into a supported side plank. I call this like a kickstand plank, because your left leg becomes a kickstand. Don't collapse through the right hip, but lift up, use your core strength. Feel free, if you wish, to go into full side plank. I'm going to stay in the kickstand for this evening. Unwind that left hand. Press back, downward facing dog. This time your right foot is going to come forward, halfway up the mat, toes pointing toward the right. Rotate your body, come into that supported side plank on the other side. So I hope that makes sense. Your right leg is your kickstand. Left arm is planted. Stay strong, glutes and legs all working together. Unwind the right hand, bring it down. Right foot comes back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees down, press back, extended child. One additional breath here. Take a nice exhilarating breath from top to bottom. Breathe into your back. And release. All right, come on forward. Come back to hands and knees. We're going to keep moving a little bit more. We're not done with this portion, so lift up, downward facing dog. Bring your toes together to touch. Lift your right leg up for your split leg dog. Once again, we're going to sweep that right foot through, bring it to the front of the mat. Drop the heel of the left foot, coming back into Virabhadrasana 1. Harness your energy, core strength lifts you up. Reach those arms up and overhead. Now make sure that that left leg is really stabilizing you and you're not dipping into your front leg overly much. Your strength is coming from the left leg. Lift those hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come to airplane arms. Flat back as you reach forward. Sweep your hands down toward the mat. Inhale. Bring them back up. Exhale. Airplane arms. Flat back. Sweep your fingers down. Brush your mat. Inhale. Come back up. One more strong airplane here. Airplane arms. Bend forward. Sweep and lift. Nice job. Exhale. We're going to come forward. Grab your blocks at the front of the mat. We're going to bring our weight into the left leg. Lift the, weight into the right leg. It would be your forward leg. Lift your left leg up and press back for standing splits. Left leg comes down and meets the right. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, downward facing dog. All right, one more strong sequence on the other side. Almost there. Bring those toes together to touch. This time, we're going to lift the right leg up. Yeah, that's right. No, left leg up. Boy, I got my rights and my lefts. Bring your left leg up for your three-legged dog. And then bring that left leg all the way through. Right heel comes down. We're going to press the feet down, lift the body up. Warrior one once again. Stop to check your alignment. Dig down into that right foot. Feel the energy and strength. Tailbone is lengthening down toward the earth. Take a nice deep inhale and then exhale. Airplane arms, flat back. Sweep the fingers down and then inhale, bring them up. Exhale, airplane arms, flat back. Sweep the fingers down, draw them up. One more time. Airplane, bend, sweep, and up. Beautiful. Come forward. Reach for your blocks. I've got mine on the tall end. Go ahead and shift your weight forward into the left leg this time. Right leg reaches up. Coming into standing splits. Nice strong leg moves tonight. Also using those glutes. Really engage. And then right foot comes down to the left, next to the left. Forward fold. Inhale, come up to fingertips. Exhale and fold. Step on back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, drop the knees, press back, extended child. Release everything down just for a moment. Let's pause and take 3 nourishing breaths, top to bottom. Tabletop position. So from our tabletop, we're going to go ahead and move into a puppy pose, or sometimes called melting heart. So from this position, we're first going to bring the forearms down, and you're going to bring the elbows right up underneath your shoulders. So take a moment here and reposition. Draw the heart up between the shoulder blades. Feel the navel and core engage. Feel your shoulders separate. You've got awareness and strength going on in the shoulders. And then go ahead and just walk your knees back a few more inches and let your heart melt down. So just release the heart, release the head. Maybe your forehead comes down to the mat, maybe it doesn't come all the way down, that's okay. Just release through the heart, let it drop. 2 more full breaths here. Position. Come on back up. This time we're going to bring the heart between a little bit more forward. You're going to bring your knees back up into more of the tabletop so that your knees and your hip points are lining up one under the other. So this is more of a forearm tabletop, you might say. Forearms are reaching forward. We're still lifting up through the heart, so don't let the heart collapse now. Now we're coming back to a nice strong upper back, and you're lifting the heart up as if it's trying to reach in between the shoulder blades. All right, from here, you're going to take your hands and bring them together. Interlace the fingers so that your pinky fingers are down on the mat. Turn your wrists so that the inside wrists and the outside wrists are stacked. So your wrists aren't collapsing on the inside, but your hands are completely on the side. All right, continue to bring awareness to the upper middle back, lifting the heart up. Gaze toward your hands, which are the fists, which are in front of you. And then we're going to move into dolphin pose. This is the first version or variation of dolphin. So keeping your shoulders nice and strong. If this feels okay, if this is too much, then stay where you are and don't lift the knees up off the mat, because the knees will put additional strength and pressure on the shoulders. So this may be where you want to stay or need to stay, or you may want to bring the hands back and go back to puppy. But as an option, what we can try here is to curl the toes, engage your belly, lift that navel up, and then start to lift the knees off the mat. Bring the heart up between your elbows, so your head's not reaching down, but it's reaching forward. And if this is okay, then take a couple more breaths. Strong position, so if this is too intense, please come back down or take child's pose. More breath in dolphin. And then go ahead and bring those knees down. Release your hands. Let's bring them all the way around the back of the body for a full child's pose this time. Just release that forehead all the way down. Relax. Might even feel good to bring your hands around to your lower back. Your shoulders a little bit more of a counter stretch. Go ahead and lift all the way up. Bring your hands to the tops of your thighs and just bring the palms up. Let the shoulders and arms relax. Palms are reaching up. Just see if you can relax your wrists. Let all of the tension just roll off of your neck down the sides of your shoulders. Breathe here. Find your ease. So come on down to your seat. We didn't really do any twisting in this class, so we're going to do just a little bit of a restorative twist at the end. So if you still have that bolster in place, bring that back on your mat. We're going to bring that bolster to the outside of the thigh. If you don't have a bolster, I know both of you do, but for anyone watching the recording, if you don't have a bolster, you can always take your blocks and put a blanket over the top of them, or just use a rolled up blanket. So with this bolster right here, your front leg is parallel to the end of your mat. The other leg has a little bit of space between the foot and the knee. You're going to turn your torso toward the bolster or the support, and then start to drape it all the way down. So little by little, just allowing the body to rest on the bolster. Your arms can come out to the side, and then turn your head toward the direction of your feet. Now start to release. You worked hard in this practice. The body deserves the ease now after all of the effort. See if you can soften your shoulders. And just allow your full weight to be absorbed by the support. Three more breaths. And begin to bring your hands where they can support you underneath. Press down into the palms. Slowly lift yourself back up, and then we'll switch sides. And bring that front thigh or front shin parallel to the side of the mat. Bolster presses right into the hip. Slowly, before you descend, come into your twist. And once your torso is squarely over the bolster, then you can start to slowly lower the body, draping the belly right over the top. And turn the cheek. Rest. Thigh to your knees. bolster down to the end of the mat. We're going to roll on down for Shavasana. So from here, just let your back come all the way back down and soften into the mat. Just drape your knees over that bolster, or if you're using another support, you can roll up a blanket or a towel and place it under the knees. Just see if you can let go of any engagement in the legs whatsoever. They worked really hard for you tonight. I think we worked everything, the psoas, the glutes, thighs, not to mention your upper body and shoulders. So take this sweet time and just release. deep breath in. Let it out. As you're ready, you can roll to one side. Come on up. Our practice together. Let's inhale, bring both arms up. Follow the gaze. Your hands with your gaze, reach up. Take a deeper breath in. Fill your heart. And then exhale, hands down. Anjali Mudra to the heart center. Heart of your soul. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you feel open and strengthened and calm and at peace. Om Shanti and Namaste.